Alright, yo, welcome back to Rooster Crow and TV, man. It's been a minute, but we back, y'all. Alright, guys, I got this case for y'all today, man. Well, this story for y'all, man. We're gonna chop it up about this Catrell Walls story, man. Catrell Walls. If you're not caught up by now, man, Catrell Walls is this 18-year-old guy that got arrested for sexually assaulting his little cousin on online school. Yo, this online school been exposing a few things since it first started, but it also been exposing a lot of sad and messed up situation that a lot of people are, now becoming aware of, that some of these kids are in while they're at home. I remember like a few weeks back, we had this incident with the mom who came in her son's room during the online class, and she walked in the room on camera completely butt naked, and the teacher saw that and she started screaming, "Oh my gosh, who is that?" We saw that, man. That was pretty funny, man. I mean, online school catches some crazy funny moments at home, but it also catches like serious and deadly situations. There's also been an incident where a little girl, I believe mom, was shot while she was online school on live. There's been that and just a few other things. But this latest one right here, guys, this one is sick. It's sick, man. This is another fuck boy, just like the dude who left the little girl in the car in Vegas. This is another one of them kind of fuck boys. We gotta be careful who we leave our kids around. At the end of the day, we don't know everybody's situation, but we need to be careful who we leave our kids around. So this little girl got molested on camera, online school. Where were the parents? So more than likely, this little girl was at home. She was at her grandma's house, and the person who molested her was her cousin. They were both at the grandma's house. This is pretty common, man. Like, in like the black community, man, grandmas usually end up raising most of these kids. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this is one of the situations, because look at the age gap, but for some reason they're both at grandma's house. So she got molested at grandma's house. So is it safe to say that the parents were probably at work or something like that, because it was during school hours? More than likely work hours, unless these online school things have changed, but like the hours changed, but more than likely school hours or work hours. So this happened. So you could say maybe the parents were at work or whatnot. You know what I mean? So they had to drop off the little girl to her grandma's house, and maybe the grandma is not thinking about, hey, this 18-year-old cousin, violating his little cousin. Maybe she's thinking like, this guy's gonna, provide protection. Maybe that's just how the grandma is thinking. I mean, but grandmothers are not usually going to think that kind of way. Nobody really thinks that kind of way, you know what I mean, for these kind of situations to happen. So we can't really put the fault on nobody, you know what I mean? They're related. That's his cousin. So this guy's pretty much just took advantage of his cousin. This is sick. So while investigators, like, while talking to the little girl, they found out that this has been going on for... It's been going on for a minute. That wasn't his first time doing it. Look, the video is online. I don't want to share the video. I don't even want to, put the video in the description box. The video is online. It's pretty graphic, man. You know what I mean? That's not, a little girl. That's not something I want to even, put up. I mean, at the end of the day, she's still a woman. We still have to respect her. She doesn't know what she didn't know what she was doing. You know what I mean? The video is online, but this guy though, he's been doing this for a while. At least a year. Because upon talking to the little girl, investigator found out that he has done this before. You know, this wasn't his first time doing that, man. He's done that before, you know. And you can tell he's done it before because the little girl was like, "Oh, I don't want my dad to find out. It's our little secret." Yo, that's like really sick, man. Like, this dude was like brainwashing this girl. Like, had nobody caught on to this shit, you know, it would have went on for years, you know. She said that it's their little secret. Bro, this is sickening, man. It's like he was getting her ready to be, you know, his little sex slave, like, when she gets older. Like, you could fuck with somebody's mind at a young age like that, you know. That's a little girl. I mean, look, what kind of little kid will tell you that, hey, this is our secret, I don't want my dad to find out? A 7-year-old. This dude was grooming this little girl into what he wanted her to be, man. That's pretty sick. That's sick. Like I said, had it not been for this online school shit, man, you know what I mean, ain't no telling how long this would have went on. You know what I'm saying? This would have went on for a very, 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 very long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I said, this is sick, man. This dude deserves no sympathy from anybody whatsoever. You know? He's crying in his mugshot. He's saying he don't know why he did it. They're trying to say that ADHD is playing a major role in the reason why he did this. Man, bro, that's BS. At the end of the day, all I see is an 18-year-old pussy who can't get no pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you couldn't wait for that little girl online class to end. You couldn't. You couldn't wait for that class to end because by the time the teacher told the little girl to log off or mute the session, you was right there in the background, ready to satisfy your sexual needs with a 7-year-old. How freaking disgusting is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, so chances are the whole time this girl was over there trying to get her, you know, her little education in, he was in the background pretty much letting her know that she's getting ready to come participate in this kind of stuff. Because right when the teacher asked them to mute the section or whatever it is, the little girl camera was still on. That's the only reason. Now, I've seen other stories and, you know, I had my chance to, you know, listen to other opinions. And some people said that the little girl knew what she was doing when she left the camera on. Is that possible? Yeah, it's very possible she knew what she was doing. Me, on the other hand, I'm not going to say she knew what she was doing. I'm going to say, like, this was just a plain accident. He got caught. The little girl just probably pressed the wrong button on accident, you know? And not dismissing that the little girl is smart or whatever it is, you know? But if the little girl said that that was her little secret and she didn't want her dad to know about it, I don't think she would leave the camera on accident. And I'm just thinking, you know, I can't really put myself in the mindset of a 7-year-old, but we've all been 7 before, and, you know, I don't think she would have that. I can't say that, but I don't think she left the camera on intentionally, knowing that, hey, if he gets caught, he will go to jail and he will go through the justice system. I don't see a 7-year-old mind going through that extent. I feel like it was just a plain, you know, accident which needed to happen. He got caught, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I see it from. Some people believe that the little girl knew exactly what she was doing, and she was tired of the abuse and all that. And like I said, man, that's not far-fetched, because people are smart. Like, especially we live in different times now. You know, like, I'm a late 80s baby. I'm a late 80s baby. You know what I mean? Like, when I was 7-year-old, like, we wasn't the brightest 7-year-olds out there. To our parents, we probably was smart, but compared to kids now, we wasn't that smart, you know. So I'm not taking anything away from this little girl, but I don't think she left the camera rolling intentionally. You know what I mean? Shout out to Soul Flow. This was something he also stressed on. You know what I mean? But I just don't see her mind going to that extent. You know? But nevertheless, you never know. You never know, because like I said, we live in different times, so you can't just dismiss anything. You know? You never know. But at the end of the day, this was pretty disgusting. This is a disgusting act. Like I can't even imagine this. Bro, like, this little girl, this idiot wasn't thinking about, you know, the damage that he has caused to this little girl. You know, even though she's 7 years old, and yes, I believe she's, you know, hopefully she recovers from it, you know, with therapy and you know, with the help of therapy and all that other stuff. But literally, like, she's gonna have to change locations, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's online school, but man, like, yo, this is gonna follow and bother her some way. It's the internet. Nothing ever just disappear and it's forgotten. You know, this guy wasn't thinking about none of that stuff. You know, and also another thing where, like, I saw a few people stress on, like, the teacher. Some people felt like she did the wrong thing by telling everybody to log off and stuff like that. You know. First of all, man, I gotta say shout out to teachers out there, man. You guys go through a lot, you know what I mean? And especially now, you know, like, you guys are put in the position where you have to, you know, like, pretty much you're being put through a test, like, you know, like this whole online, you know, school thing. This is new for a lot of people, you know. So we got to give these teachers credits. Like, they have to adapt to a lot of new changes, you know, in like a very short amount of time. So we have to give them a lot of credit, you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like this teacher handled this situation wrong in any kind of way, you know. Now that we all have seen the videos and we've had time to analyze the situation, we automatically know what to do if we were in that situation. But before we had the time to analyze, look back into it, you wouldn't know what to do. So had you been in that same situation, you probably would have told the kids to log off, because as a teacher, she's thinking about protecting the other kids, you know. So the only way she could do that is to tell them to log off. And, you know, honestly, that wasn't really a bad call, you know, to log off. That, keep in mind, that's an online class. So if that little girl was in danger, that teacher couldn't really do anything other than call the cops or inform the principal like she did anyway. Had that teacher tried to get in her car and go to that little girl's residence, and that dude wanted to do more damage to that little girl or more harm to that little girl, that would have been done already. You know, no, it would have been done. Not even the cops could have got there if he wanted to hurt her, like, more than what he did. You know, so I don't really feel like the teacher handled that situation, you know what I mean, in a bad way. You know, I feel like she did what she had to do. You know, just to kind of debunk, like, certain things I heard out there in like other videos and things like that. You know, but this dude right here, man, at the end of the day, he's a very sick individual. And, you know, one thing I gotta say, man, you know, I'm glad that, you know, this dude is black and he committed this shit, because we ain't gotta worry about his punk ass getting no bond no time soon. You know what I mean? Because when the white boys get bond on charges like this, you know what I'm saying? Your dumb ass, you already black, and then you over here fucking with little kids and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gotta worry about your dumb ass being out here harming any more kids anytime soon, because your complexion is gonna work against you automatically anyway. So you thank you for fucking up, even though you screwed up a little girl's life, but they're gonna keep your dumb ass in there for a long time, and I hope they do, man. People like you don't deserve to be walking the streets, man. You know what I mean? Like, y'all mess with little kids, and but y'all don't really understand, you know what I mean, like, the level of damage you've done, you know, mentally, internally. Y'all don't understand that kind of damage. Fucking disgusting, man. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, they need to keep your ass for as long as possible. You know what I'm saying? People like y'all shouldn't even be coming home on probation. I don't care your complexion, your skin color. Y'all should never come home on probation. Y'all shouldn't even be getting bond. You feel me? Like, bro, this is like a very, 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 very touchy, you know what I mean, subject, man. But at the end of the day, we're gonna talk more about it, you know what I mean? We'll wait for more information to come out. You know, it took me a while to get this, because I kind of want to see what else was gonna, you know, become of this case. You know, this dude, you know, he just got out on bond not too long ago, like, facing a firearm charge. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, it doesn't look good for him, and it shouldn't look good for him, man. You are a child molester, bro. You know, you're a child molester, man. Like, let's all be careful, you know what I mean, who we choose to leave our kids around. And at the end of the day, guys, there's something that goes on in the black community. No matter where you are from, if you're black, this happens either in your family or in your household. You know about it, or extended family that the black community don't like to talk about, man. You know, this touching on kids stuff, man. I guarantee you, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if the person's from Jamaica or Africa or in New York City. If they all sit down in the same room and have a conversation, you know what I mean, to where somebody has been touched, it will always be there's that one uncle who's known for touching. There's this one. The females don't usually get put on blast. Usually it's the men, but the females do it too. The females do it too. You know what I mean? So now with this online education, catching a lot of these nasty behaviors on camera, you know what I mean? Let's encourage people to talk about it. Because if you don't talk about it, you're encouraging the pedophile to keep on being a pedophile. But if you expose that shit, they're gonna stop what they're doing. So the black community, man, it be a lot of low-key pedophile stuff going on in black households and stuff like that. It's time for everybody to start exposing that shit, man, so we could, you know what I mean, stop things like what this little girl just experienced, man. Look, let's have a conversation in the comments, man. What y'all think about this whole situation? Another fuckboy, you know what I'm saying? Another certified fuckboy, you know what I mean? This one messed with the little... Yo, y'all already know, man. I don't even want to go on. Let's chop it up in the comment section.